CAT 2023 slot 3 puzzle number 3. This puzzle was a mix of data interpretation into the logical reasoning. That means LRDI, a typical LRDI puzzle it was. Now let's see what this puzzle was all about. There were some numbers given to us, percentage given to us. It says an air conditioner AC company has 4 dealers, D1, 2, 3, and 4. It's evaluating sales performance of the dealers. The company sells two different variants of AC, windows and split. Both these variants can be either inverter type or non-inverter type. It is known that the total number of ACs sold in the city, 25% window, and the rest were split among inverter ACs sold, 20% of window. So let's start jotting this down. Let's make a particular table for this. Let's start with a table. So this is the table which we have made, and what exactly we're going to write. Let's see that. The dealer 1, dealer 2, dealer 3, and dealer 4. And this is the total number of ACs which we're going to sell. Now here we're going to have window ACs, and here we're going to have the split, and this is the total. Now that is inverter and not inverter. So let's write inverter here, and non-inverter, that will be here. The same way inverter AC will be here for under split, and non-inverter will be here, and this is going for the same for the total. Now let's start using the information. The first information which they have, it is known that total number of ACs sold in the city, 25% of window. So total window gonna be 25%. That means the rest split gonna be 75%. The next information they have, among the inverter ACs sold, 20% are of window variant. So the inverter ones, sorry, non-inverter one, which they said. Let's just check this once again. The inverter ACs. So these are 20%. The inverter ACs, this is gonna be 20% in total of inverter, and split will be 80%. Every information is important for us in CAT. Every single line, every single digit, number, everything, whatever we have, we should jot it down immediately so we should not miss anything. Now we know that this paragraph we don't need to turn back. This is done. Now here we have every dealer sold at least 2 window ACs. Every dealer sold at least 2 windows ACs. That means window AC has to be greater than equal to 2 by every dealer. Write down every information in your own style. D1 sold 13 inverter AC, and D3 sold 5 non-inverter AC. So D1 sold 13 inverter ACs. So this is, let's say, A, this is B, and that means A plus B has to be 13. And D3 sold 5 non-inverter. Now non-inverter, D3, that means this is C, this is D, and C plus D will be equal to 5. Write down every information. Do not think I'll do it later. Don't waste time in that. A total of 6 window non-inverter AC and 36 split inverter ACs were sold in the city. So window non-inverter AC, windows non-inverter, they are 6 in numbers, and "36 split inverter ACs. Split inverter, they are total 36. Now, if this is 36, that is equal to 80%. That means 1% is equal to 36 upon 80, and 100% is going to be total 45. So this 45, that means 20% has to be equal to 9. So this information which they have given, we have used it because every information will get used. Now let's go further. Now this is 9 plus 6, 15. And that's 15 is equal to 25%. That means the 75%, 25 into 375, 15 into 345. That means these should be 9. This should be total 45. So this 25% information and 75% information is also being used. Every information which we are using, let's go to the next line now. The number of split AC sold by D1 was twice the number of window AC sold by it. So D1, if they have sold X window ACs, they have sold 2X split AC. So D1, if they have sold this, let's say this is C, sorry, C we have already written, A, B, C, D, let's say this is E, and this is F. That means when they say A plus E, twice of this, that should be equal to B plus F. We are writing alphabets, so we don't need to go into details again and again. It's the best method to solve a puzzle in a very quick way. Now this line is also on the next line. D3 and D4 sold an equal number of window AC. Now D3 and D4 sold equal number of window ACs. That means these numbers gonna be equal. So if I write this is G, H, I, that means C plus G, that is equal to H plus I. Then it says, and this number was 1/3 of the number of similar AC sold by D2. And this number is 1/3 sold by D2. That means D2 sold price of C plus G if I talk about window ACs. Window AC sold by D2, which I can also write if I would like to HI, J, and K. That also can be done if you would like to. Any way which you would like. It's your own style, your own way. Because once we get one number, there will be a chain will be linked, and that will be giving us a solution straight away. Now this line says sixth line, D2 and D3 were the only ones who sold window non-inverter ACs. So D2 and D3 ke alawa nobody has sold window non-inverter ACs. That means D1 and D4. They did not solve any window AC. Now from here we can say the C which we had here, like just let me show it to you. So this E is equal to 0 and I also equal to 0. We'll keep putting the value after this so it will not confuse you. The number of these ACs, which ACs window inverter, non-inverter ACs, sold by D2 was twice the number of ACs sold by D3. Understand again? The number of these ACs, these Windows non-inverter ACs, sold by D2 was twice the number of AC sold by D3. Now, D2 has sold twice, then C, that means K is equal to twice of C. Now, I also know K plus C has to be 6. That means K has to be 4 and C has to be 2. This will make it clear. The next line, Sorry. It says we're almost done now. We're going to solve the answers after this. D3 and D4 sold an equal number of split inverter ACs. So D3 and D4 has sold equal. So this is L, then this is also L. And this number was half the number of AC sold by D2. Similar ACs. That means D2 has sold twice of this. So it has sold twice of L. Now we have used every information which was given to us here. Now let's solve the puzzle and then the question. Let's write down all the numbers. Now in the first line, we have A plus B is equal to 13. So that is left right now. C plus D is equal to 5. So C plus D equal to 5. That means D is equal to 3. Twice of A plus E is 0. So twice of A I can write that is equal to B plus F. Now B plus F, that is still there. Let's rub this. This we don't need. This we already solved. Whatever we are being done with, we will keep on rubbing it. K and C, that is also done. Because less things to watch, less confusion that means. Now J plus K. J I don't have, but K I have. K is 4. C plus G. C is 2. Here H plus I. That means I is not there. That means C plus G has to be equal to H. Now let's solve this. We know C is 2. So in this equation, we know that means D has to be 3. Okay, that we also done. So let's rub this also. C plus D 3, it's already done. Now, this information, first of all, let's solve this 15. Now we know the thrice of 2 plus G, that means thrice of D3 Windows AC is equal to J plus 4 single of D2. And this C plus G, that is also equal to H. That means if I take this D4 window AC X, D3 as also X, D3, D2 has to be thrice of X. And we clearly know that X plus 3X, that is 5X. That means 5X plus A has to be equal to 9. No, beg your pardon. Give me 1 sec. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. So this is 5X we have, 5X plus A. Now that is equal to 15. And we know that X has to be minimum 2 because D4 has I equal to 0. The H has to minimum 2 because we know that window is sold by every dealer is at least 2. So if I keep X as 2, A has to be 5. And if I keep X as 3, A will become 0. Now if A is 0, then window AC sold by D1 will not be 2. That means X values has to be 2. That means this D4 should have total 2. The H should be 2. G should be 0 and J should be 2 and A should be equal to 5. Now going at the bottom. Now these numbers are done. Now A plus B is equal to 13. Now A is 5, that means B is equal to 8. Twice of A, that means twice of A 10. B plus F. B is 8, that means F is equal to 2. Now all these things are also done at the bottom and top. Let's rub them all. and the top also has been done. Let's remove that also. Now the only information we have that is inside the table. Now let's manipulate it. Now this is 8, this is 2L plus L plus L, that is 4L equal to 36. If 4L, sorry, 4L plus 8, that is equal to 36. That means 4L is equal to 28. That means L has to be equal to 7. That means this value is 7 and this value should be 14. Now all maximum information we have taken care. Now this information we do not have. Let's say this is X and this is Y. Let's just summarize this. Let's just write it clearly. And the question number 1. How many split inverter AC did D2 sell? Split inverter AC D2. Split inverter AC D2 will sell, that is 14. This number 2L, that was equal to 14 we had. Because L we got 7. That is the answer. The next question we have. What percent of AC sold were of non-inverter type? Now how many non-inverter we had? 6 plus 9, 15. And out of 15 plus 45, 60 multiplied by 100 to convert it to percentage, that meant that was 25%. So that is the answer. Next, what was the total number of AC sold by D2 and D4? Now D2 sold 2 and 4, 6, 6 and 14, 20 plus X. And D4 sold 2 plus 7, 9 plus Y. The total becomes 29 plus X plus Y. And we know this 2 plus 3, 5 and X plus Y is 9. That means X plus Y equal to 4. That means 29 plus 4. The answer gonna be 33. So the answer will be 33 here. The next question we have, which of the following statement is necessary false? The first one, D1 and D3 sold equal number of split AC. D1 sold 10. D3 also sold 10. So they are equal. So that is not wrong. That is right. We have to tell which is false. D2 sold the highest number of AC. Now D2 could have sold 20 plus X. D1 sold 5 plus 10, 15. D3 will sold 2, 7, 10, 3, 13. Sorry, 12. And this is going to be 9 plus 5. In any case, if X plus Y is 4, if Y becomes 4 even, still it cannot cross 20. That means D2 should be selling the maximum. That is absolutely right again. So this is again not the answer because we need to find out the false. D4 sold more split AC than D3. Now D4 sold 7 plus Y and D3 sold 7 plus 3 split AC. Now 7 plus Y and this is 10. We can't be sure about this because Y can be 3 also. And they said necessarily false. Now D1 and D3 together sold more AC as compared to D3 and D4. Now D1 and D3 are selling 27 and total are 60. So that means definitely they are selling lower than, lesser than. And they are saying more. That means this is right answer because this is definitely false. The last question. If D3 and D4 sold an equal number of AC, if D3 and D4 sold an equal number of AC, that means Y should be 3. and x should be 1. Then what was the number of non-inverters AC sold by D2? Non-inverter AC sold by D2, there are 4 here, and this should be 1. 4 plus 1, 5. So that would be the answer. Now again, the puzzle was a bit time taking, reason being it has numbers into it. It is a DI mixed into LR. The previous two puzzles was purely LR, logical reasoning one. There were no numbers involved. This had numbers, so definitely it's going to take time. That's why you have 40 minutes and 4 puzzles. And I believe the first two puzzles we did, they were just for 5 to 6 minutes each, and this is going to take approximately 10 to 12 minutes in the exam. So still we're going to have approximately 15 minutes for the last puzzle. We'll do that in the next video. Till that time, you may like this video, comment for any doubt you have, and do subscribe so we can keep posting more videos for you. Thank you so much.